Welcome, everybody, from wherever it is exactly you're tuning in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evenings, to wherever it is you're actually located. Um, I got a very interesting video to get into today. Just a couple things that I came across and I found it very interesting, and I thought it'd be kind of entertaining to make a video and also give my feedback as well as some of my additional observations. Right. Thank you everybody for joining us. If you're in here, click the like button, smash that like button. Let's see if we could get one of these videos, to go semi or a little viral, if we can. Actually, on the eve of Michael Jordan's birthday, which I think makes this even more and more important to talk about. And, we'll get into it exactly what today's video is about, which is Michael Jordan's biggest secret, right? On his upcoming birthday, which happens to be tomorrow, February 17th, his 59th birthday. And before we get into what this video is actually about, I want to give a salute once again to, for those of you that are not familiar with this gentleman's channel, I'm pretty sure you are though, Gematria Effect Sports, and this is a public channel on YouTube. And as you guys can see, I'm going to highlight the video right here. This video right here, Michael Jordan's 59th birthday, was streamed 5 days ago, right? And in this video, the gentleman, Mr. Zach, what he gave out was the fact that currently the Chicago Bulls won 19 home wins. And they're right in the middle right now of a home stretch, of consecutive home games, including tonight's game. But what he advised in this video and what he proposed was the possibility of the Chicago Bulls going 4-0 in their next 4 home games, right? Leading up to the eve of Michael Jordan's birthday. And he explained in this video why it was a good chance that they might do such, right? So now coming into today's game, the day before Michael Jordan's 59th birthday, the Chicago Bulls have successfully swept the first 3 games of this 4-game home stand, right? So leading up to tonight's game, he's gotten 3 of the first 4 games correct, and that was just on a cosmetic look, because of the knowledge and the experience that this gentleman has when it comes to scripted sports. He was able to put together and figure out, and based upon previous knowledge on what the NBA does surrounding Michael Jordan and his birthday, and the symbolic rituals that happen time and time again with the teams that are directly connected to Michael Jordan. He advised his community and his followers on a public channel on YouTube. This was not a private video. This was open for anybody to see. And he advised people to take the Chicago Bulls to win the next 4 home games. And as I repeated, they've already won the first 3. And coming into tonight's game, the Chicago Bulls are actually a minus 229, minus 220 money line favorite. So they look poised, possibly to get that 4th consecutive home win. To become, just to show you guys exactly what. So their last 3 games were home games. Okay, they defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the San Antonio Spurs. And 2 of those games, the money lines were very very favorable compared to tonight's money line game. And in my community, on my platform, I never recommend a minus 220, minus 230 money line favorite. However, because of a big portion of the community is well aware of this prediction that was put out by Mr. Zach. You have a lot of people jumping right now on his coattails and pretty much, chasing that win to complete the Chicago Bulls successfully becoming 23-8 at home, picking up that 23rd win, leading into Jordan's birthday, Mr. 23, MJ equals 23, and February 17th is a 23 date numerology, and obviously they would become 23-8 at home, like Michael Jordan's name equals 238, right? So this was out over about a week ago, and a bunch of people have already taken advantage of this. you know, as far as taking the Chicago Bulls to win 4 straight home games. And like I said, there's already people throughout the community that are just jumping on this gentleman's coattails when it comes to this specific prediction, and you know, chasing this high money line win, you know, just for the sake of getting a win. So just want to say, you know, salute to that brother, Mr. Zach, on you know, what could possibly be another 4-game sweep. But even if not, you know, he's already taken the first 3 games of the 4 games, which is already a very, very high win rate right there. You know, 3 out of 4 is a 75%, which is you know, very, very good. So congrats to anybody who saw that video and took advantage of that situation coming into today. And you know, we'll get into what we're talking about today in our video, which is Michael Jordan's biggest secret, right? And let me just see. So I kind of, and it's kind of funny that when you type in Sacramento, right, and not in the base ciphers that we use, but in Francis Bacon, they equal 217. Like Michael Jordan's birthday is February 17th, and they play, you know, on the day before his birthday. But where I am, I'm about 6 hours ahead of you guys, so it's actually going to be already February 17th when they play, right? So I thought that was kind of interesting. Just wanted to show that to you guys. Like we said, it's not in the base ciphers, which we generally use, and but just very, very symbolic anyway, right? 217 Francis Bacon, Michael Jordan born 2/17. Also, the 217th day of the year is August 5th, like the date that could be written 8/5. Basketball equals 85, you know, which is very, very symbolic to Michael Jordan, his birthday, and just bringing it all full circle. You know, the 217th day of the year, right? So, yeah, salute and congratulations to everybody who's already in the driver's seat when it comes to that, you know, that opportunity leading into tonight. But once again, I never recommend a minus 220 money line, and that's not exactly what Zach was doing, but what he did was give you 4 predictions consecutively that could possibly, you know, be wins, and 3 out of the 4 have already been successful. So, yeah, salute and congratulations, and you know, we'll see exactly what happens, right? But focusing on today's video and what I wanted to specifically talk about, right, was Michael Jordan, right, leading up to his 59th birthday. Michael Jordan equaling 59, which I feel like is very, very important, because in our previous video we've already shown you guys Michael Jordan equals 59, the purest cipher. 59 has a direct connection to 17, 59 being the 17th prime number. Michael Jordan's birthday being on the 17th day of the month, and NBA having a direct connection with, excuse me, with the number 17. We just showed you an amazing, incredible 17 riddle last night when it came to the NBA. So, speaking about his 59th birthday, I wanted to talk about a video I came across, and you know, we can kind of watch it and give our feedback, some observations as well, and just something that I thought you guys would find interesting, right? So let's get into it now. Michael Jordan's biggest secret, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So let's check it out.
In the 2020 NBA playoffs, Jimmy Butler has been absolutely unreal. As we all know, he has helped to carry the Miami Heat all the way to the NBA Finals with his leadership and incredible ability to rise up in the clutch. And after an NBA Finals Game 3, in which Jimmy recorded a 40-point triple-double, led the Heat to a win without their second and third best players, and outplayed both LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the process, Jimmy left us all with a familiar feeling. It was as if we've seen this before, and you know what I'm talking about. That competitiveness. toughness, that absolute lack of fear when attacking the basket, the will to never let up and instead lead his team to a finals win. In Game 3, Jimmy Butler certainly looked Jordan-esque, which brings up a very, very interesting rumor, because if we look a little closer, if we look at Jimmy's actual face when compared to Michael Jordan, we are suddenly at the beginning of one of the NBA's craziest conspiracies. Because I'm sure you agree, Jimmy Butler looks similar to Michael Jordan. In fact, these two pictures look near identical. And when we look at Jimmy Butler's backstory, well, is it possible? Is Michael Jordan Jimmy Butler's actual father?
And before the video goes even further, I just want to say fair use is applicable in this instance. So I just wanted to say that. But you know, being as part of the community who breaks these games down daily and just studies the NBA, we are aware of not just the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, being a widely publicized father and son league, right? Oftentimes you have connections between multiple players, family lineages, you know, fathers, grandfathers, all different types of things. But the thing about it is, so many of these athletes that you know are quote unquote stars in the, you know, professional athletes in all different sports leagues. Their parents are never really spoken about, right? Oftentimes their parents are not very highlighted, and 9 times out of 10, I say 8 times out of 10, really, the parents that are highlighted are of the, you know, the lighter skin tone, such as like a Stephen Curry or such and such like that. But there's so many, specifically in the NBA, so many national basketball stars where their parents are, they're not spoken about. They're not put front and center. You know what I'm saying? Especially the fathers. In some cases, the mothers are present, like such as Kevin Durant, but in most cases, the father is just out of, you know, out of sight, out of the picture, not spoken about. And I feel like oftentimes it's because you know, a lot of these NBA stars or NBA athletes are the sons of previous NBA stars, NBA athletes, illegitimate kids, legitimate kids, whatever the case may be. And they don't really want the public to draw the connection from, you know, from one athlete to the, because they want the general public to feel like anybody has a chance at going to the NBA, right? It's every kid's dream in America, even in the world. You know, with any type of basketball or athletic passion, you know, their goal is to make it to the NBA. Their dream is to make it to the NBA. And if you find out that, you know, these scripted sports leagues are just, you know, father and son bloodline players and bloodline, you know, opportunities, then you really have no shot at making the league, right? So I feel like that's one of the reasons why this stuff is kept under wraps and not really spoken about. And you know, we'll get into the video because it's really interesting. But if you're in here, get them likes up. Once the video goes up, tell a friend to tell a friend, share a video. But yeah, if you have any additional observations or perspectives, drop them in the live stream. We're checking out the chat, and we're gonna add some things in this ourselves. One of the things I really found interesting is, and just let me know if the audio is coming through correct as well, if you can. Anybody that's watching us, just let me know the audio is good. But Jimmy Butler's equals 149, reverse ordinal, and his birthday happens to be September 14th, right? So just to show you guys right now, Jimmy Butler's birthday is September 14th. His name, when you write it out, equals 149, the 35th prime. And just ironically, or maybe not ironically, but symbolically, Jimmy Butler and both Michael Jordan were drafted by Chicago, right? And 149 being the 35th prime, Chicago having that, you know, 35, Chicago equaling 35 in reverse full reduction, right? So is it a coincidence? Is it not? We'll see, right? Michael Jordan is Mr. 23, right? MJ equals 23. When you were out Jimmy Butler's entire name, Jimmy Butler the third. Well, I thought it equals 23, but let's see. Hold on. We just copy and paste it. yeah, so Jimmy Butler III equals 203, like the number 23, and so on and so forth. But let's get back to the video, right? Check it out.
So, what's up guys, Mike here, and today we are back with the conspiracy. Trust me, I have seen the comments, I know you guys have wanted another conspiracy video, and this is a big one. I mean, of course, if Jimmy Butler is actually Michael Jordan's son, that might be the craziest story the NBA has ever seen. And the thing is, this conspiracy is not coming out of nowhere. There is actually a ton of speculation that does connect Jimmy and Jordan. You're not going to want to miss a second of this video because, trust me, things get crazy. Also, I do want to make this clear right now. Even if you don't believe in this conspiracy, that is perfectly okay, because remember, this is just a conspiracy. It's something that is fun to dive into and talk about the possibilities, but it's also something you can think is completely wrong. I do want to say though, make sure to watch the entire video before coming to a decision. Also, before we start, please like this video. It helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm, and thank you guys so much for killing it with likes lately. I appreciate it a ton. Trust me, it really does mean a lot. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on so you never miss a new video. And now let's take a look at this insane conspiracy. So in this video, I am just going to present you with the straight facts and evidence and hearsay for this conspiracy so that you are able to get the full story here. And then after we have covered everything, both of us can come to a decision on the truth. You can decide for yourself and comment what you think down below, and I'll give my thoughts to end things. As for now, to get the full story here, we of course have to start at the beginning, which means we have to go back in time to February of 2016 when Terez Owens, the self-proclaimed #1 sports gossip blog in the world, received this tip. It read, "The child out of wedlock. Michael Jordan would not claim unwanted child in 1988 in fear of destroying marriage. Child took on mother's name of Butler. It was reported he paid mother off so he would not tarnish his public image and legacy and role model figure. After 13 years, mother kicked child out of the household because payments stopped. Report from..." And then the source is blank here, which would make sense. That is standard protocol. If someone gives a journalist a tip like this and wants to remain anonymous, the journalist is certainly supposed to respect that fact. That is how they keep their integrity. So with that report in mind, we have another report that states Jordan had a kid with a woman at or around the time Butler was conceived. It was well documented and is even reported that he tried to sneak into the hospital and that she received 23 roses while in the delivery. 23 roses, of course Michael Jordan's number is 23. Here we are, the seeds have been planted for the Jimmy Butler is Michael Jordan's son conspiracy. Now, with these two statements in mind,
So obviously that's really, really funny, right? And that seems like something that Michael Jordan would actually do. Send 23 roses to the hospital. Obviously for Mr. 23, his a big part of a lot of the NBA rituals that happened with Michael Jordan had to do with the number 23, right? He won 2 3-peats like the number 23, MJ 23, whole bunch of things. So really, really, I think was an inside joke that Jordan would send 23 roses to like his side piece baby moms, if that was in fact the case, right? So let's continue watching.
if you did not know, Jimmy Butler's dad was never a part of his life, as it has been said that Jimmy's father left his family when Jimmy was just a baby. It is also well documented that when he was 13, Jimmy's mom kicked him out of the house with the words, "I don't like the look of you, you gotta go." That is incredibly harsh and horrible, but in terms of this tip, the pieces could theoretically fit, especially when you consider that at least publicly, it is not known who Jimmy Butler's father is. In fact, if
And that's what we're speaking about, right? A lot of these NBA superstars, you would think their parents would be at the forefront, okay? A lot of times their parents are really, really not. They're not spoken about. And just talking about Jimmy Butler in connection to when, he had that real hardship in his life, if it did in fact happen, according to Wikipedia, when he was in high school. Let me just check it out for you guys so you guys can see it. Hold on. When he was obviously in 13, you're not in high school, but it says in a summer basketball league before his senior year at Tomball High School, he was noticed by Jordan Leslie, right? So um, Jordan Leslie was a fellow, athlete, a freshman football and basketball player at the school, who challenged him to a three-point contest. The two immediately became friends, and Butler began staying at Leslie's house, right? But how ironic is it that the gentleman's name was Jordan Leslie, right? He's the supposed son of Michael Jordan, and his friend who happens to come to his aid and allows him to live with his family for the next, coming years just happened to be named Jordan Leslie, right? First name Jordan, just like his father's possible surname being Jordan as well. So I thought that was just funny, and maybe too much of a coincidence that the person who decided to take him in was named Jordan as well, right? So the story just gets even more trippier, man. Trust me, it's really really entertaining. So.
Go and Google Jimmy Butler's real father right now. All you get is Michael Jordan conspiracies, which means this theory has at least a little credibility to start out with because we do not know Jimmy Butler's father at all, but really the most promising piece of evidence we have is this picture. The picture that turns this from an outlandish claim to something that is at least worth looking into, because as you can see, when both Michael Jordan and Jimmy Butler's faces are combined, they look practically like the same person. Going further here, when we look at Jeffrey and Marcus, Michael Jordan's confirmed sons, we see that Jimmy looks more like Michael than they do. On top of this, Mike was listed at 6'6", while Jimmy is listed at 6'7". A very similar height, while Jeffrey is just 6'4", and Marcus is just 6'1". Weird. And as for the entire story attached to this claim, well, that would make sense too. Michael Jordan was already with his then girlfriend and future wife, Juanita Vanoy, at the time that Jimmy would have been conceived, and Michael and Juanita already had a son, Jeffrey, in 1988. Seeing as Jimmy was born in 1989, it would make sense that if Michael Jordan did value his reputation and image over raising a child he had out of wedlock, along with the fact that he would want to keep his relationship with Juanita intact, Mike could have paid Jimmy's mother to not say anything, as at this point, Michael Jordan was a role model to millions, and having the label as an unfaithful cheater attached to him, well, that would massively damage his reputation, to say the least. As for the
You know what I found really, really funny? For those of you that are from North America, obviously, one of the slang terminologies for like a condom often used is the name Jimmy, right? Like, Jimmy, did you wear a Jimmy? Did you have a Jimmy, right? And we're talking about possibly an illegitimate son or an instance where, Michael Jordan should have wore a condom, or maybe he did wear a condom and it broke, or whatever the case may be. But I just found it really really funny that the son of his possible the name of his possible illegitimate child is named Jimmy, when that's actually like a slang terminology for a condom, right? So it's like, I thought that was hilarious, but yeah, it's just really real crazy.
Here, as we'll call them. Well, Jimmy Butler was born on September 14th, 1989. Babies generally take about 9 months to go from point A to point birth, so would this be possible? Well, Michael Jordan did indeed play the Houston Rockets early on in 1989, however, they played at Houston on February 3rd, which would mean Jimmy would have been born in just 7 months and 2 weeks. That would have made him a premature baby, and there is no proof that he was one. That has never been mentioned. However, remember the tip that Owens received. That tip stated that these events took place in 1988, which would make sense because if Jimmy was conceived in December, 9 months later, boom, he would be born in September. And would you look at that? The Chicago Bulls actually played the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas on December 3rd, 1988. Dallas is just a 3.5 hour drive to Houston, and it would make sense that Mike would want to go to Houston because of their reputation for having great clubs of some kind. I don't know. Also, the Bulls just so happened to have a 3-day break in between games after this Dallas game, so there was certainly time for Jordan to make his way to Dallas and possibly make Jimmy Butler in the process. So there we have it. That is the full story with all the supposed evidence and hearsay attached to it. Which means now, comment down below what you believe, and as for me, I'll give you a second to pause and comment, and
So the interesting thing about that, right, is obviously like one of the numbers that we talk about all the time connected with rituals is the number 27, right? We speak about it very often. We always connecting it to numerical rituals that happen, pretty much on a daily basis, right? So if we take a look at Jimmy Butler, first of all, he attended Marquette University, which if we just click on Marquette University, it tells you right in the opening paragraph. If you just look up Marquette University, not the basketball team, but just Marquette University, um, they'll let you know that Marquette University is a private Jesuit research university in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Right, so we have a Jesuit university right there that Jimmy Butler attended. He was drafted in the year 2001. Right. Um, Now, if we take a look at Michael Jordan, um, Michael Jordan was drafted in 1984. Um, Hold on, let me see. So let's see. Check it out. Michael Jordan was drafted in 1984, which is exactly 27 years before Jimmy Butler was drafted, right? Um, Number 27, right there, drafted 1984. Jimmy Butler drafted 2011, 27 years after his supposed father. The ritual number, right? Also, Jimmy Butler was drafted the 30th pick overall. Michael Jordan was drafted the first round, third pick overall, which means Jimmy Butler was drafted 27 picks after his supposed father, 27 years after his supposed father, the ritual number, right? 27, 27. And, he played for the city of Miami, which is, in Florida, which is the 27th state. We talking about Jimmy Butler now. He's playing for Miami currently, which is in the state of Florida, the 27th state. So it's just, it's a constant number that seems to be playing out with this specific player, right? Jimmy Butler. Um, so 27 years after his supposed father, 27 picks after his supposed father, um, and obviously Florida being the 27th state, right? They have a 26-year age difference. Obviously, Michael Jordan will be turning 59 tomorrow. Jimmy Butler is 32, but this year he'll be turning 33. So they have 26-year difference between them. Obviously, we know Jordan equaling 26. Basketball is, obviously game equals 26. And both being part of the Sigma Pi Phi fraternity, which is the Boule. Boule equaling 26 and reverse full reduction, right? Just let you guys know right now. Boule is the Greek letter society for African Americans, founded in 1904. This specific tattoo I'm highlighting right here in the top right corner is the tattoo that LeBron James has, just enshrined across his chest, the biggest Boule tattoo that I've ever seen. And it's funny that nobody in the public or the press to this day will ever ask you, will ever ask him about that specific tattoo, like what does that symbolize or anything like that. But this is the tattoo right here that's broadcasted on LeBron James' chest that nobody cares to dive into, right? So, just speaking about the number 26 connected with Boule, and we know that's a number with Jordan. Obviously, Jordan and Kobe Bryant had the significant connection of Michael Jordan equaling 238, right? Just like Kobe Bryant's birthday is August 23rd or 23/8, like the number 238. Kobe Bryant passed on the 26th day of the month. Jordan equaling 26. We know that's a God number. God equaling 26 as well. There's 26 letters in the English alphabet. So this is a very, very symbolic number. And the ritual just seems very, very strong. Even though this is an assumption, it seems to have some sort of legs to it. And I thought it was very interesting. And it made appropriate sense to bring it up on the eve of Michael Jordan's birthday, right? Just some entertaining content, something new, something to just get those those brain those brain frequencies, triggered and working and just thinking about different types of things, while also at the same time having a little bit of fun, right? So just wanted to talk about that. Also, when just speaking about the number, 23, obviously it's a big number with MJ. Um, MJ being 23, he wore 23 for the majority of his career. Jimmy Butler wore the number 23 in Minnesota. Um, so there are some connections there, right? They're very, very strong connections. And the fact that this guy's father is has never really been spoken about, has never the story's never really been the gentleman, or I'm not aware if he's alive or not, or who he is, or it may possibly be Michael Jordan, um, but it's just not something that's generally spoken about, which I find is very, very ironic, and just it gives me pause. It makes me wonder why exactly that is the case, especially with NBA superstars, right? They want to be great role models, and what's a better role model than to show a healthy and prominent black family, you know what I mean? But it doesn't go along with the elite's agenda, right? So that's probably one of the main reasons. But yeah, I thought it was really, really good and interesting to bring this to the forefront. Um, just connecting Jimmy Butler and Michael Jordan. Obviously, the Jordan brand, JB, Jimmy Butler, JB, right? So we can close. We can check out the last couple
It's
of.
time for my opinion. Personally, I think that this is almost definitely a false story, although it is an interesting concept for sure. Now, the main reason why this story just does not make sense to me is that if Michael Jordan really was Jimmy Butler's dad, wouldn't his mom at least tell him? I know in this theory/rumor that she was paid to keep quiet, but it is difficult to think that a mother would really keep the identity of a child's father from him if she knew. With that said, Jimmy's mom did kick him out of the house and make him homeless at the age of 13, so maybe she is that type of mom, but even if that is the case, why would she suddenly go silent when the payments stopped? That makes absolutely no sense at all. Wouldn't she just then threaten to expose?
A lot of things that happen in this world don't actually make sense. But yeah, that's not a valid reason to get me off of this assumption. Again, I'm not 100% standing by it, but there are some interesting connections just when you start to look into it. And on the eve of Michael Jordan's birthday, I thought it made interesting. It's an interesting and relevant thing to talk about, and we'll just see what the community has to say when it comes to this specific situation with Michael Jordan. Right? We know all about his connections with Kobe Bryant directly. Their careers were mirrored in certain aspects, as well as the connection to LeBron James, right? And now we're just bringing it one step further and just proving, at least theoretically, one of the overall themes of the National Basketball Association is that it is a father and son league. It is built off of specific bloodlines, and not every person does have the same opportunity to make it to the NBA you know, for a reason, and it's like that. They control it that way, and you know, this is probably one of the dark secrets that they don't want to allow to get out there to the public, right? And it's called a conspiracy theory, but in my opinion, it definitely has some legs and it's a little bit of merit, and I thought it just made perfect sense to bring a little bit of entertainment and content surrounding Michael Jordan on the eve of his birthday. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, um, you know, and hopefully you guys can add some additional observations or some things that some perspective, and maybe we can get to the bottom of this as a community, right? And figure this out and really break a story. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Get the likes up. Um, and yeah, once the video goes up, come back, share anything I might have missed, any more connections, as well as get the video out to the people, share it, repost it. My link will be in the description for anybody who wants to join up. for those of you familiar with this gentleman who produced this video, he's got a pretty big channel himself. If you guys want to check it out, check out some of his work. I'll just show you guys his channel name. And yeah, it's just something I thought you guys might enjoy. Hopefully you guys did. I look forward to bringing you guys more sports content, more gematria content in the future. And I want to say congratulations on the conclusion of a very, very successful, super impressive, and incredibly profitable first half of the 2022 NBA season, right? We're on one hell of a roll at the moment, one hell of a streak, and we look forward to picking that back up at the end of All-Star break, starting out the second half of the NBA season exactly how we finished it, and continuing to dominate and show that gematria, when used correctly, is the most powerful tool in sports handicapping. Right? Right now we're on one incredible, Jordan level kind of streak, and I want to say congratulations and salute to my community once again for not only the continued support, but I definitely see the effort and the and the things going on behind the scenes. I want to give some people a shout out too on some things that I came across. I want to say salute to D-Land, salute to Stevie J, salute to Bobby Townsend as well as Rafael Ozuna. I appreciate all you guys and the continued support, even when I'm not there. Behind the scenes and keeping it always 100, stating facts, supporting facts, and supporting the real. And I definitely wanted to let it be known that I was aware of you guys doing the right thing and having my back when I wasn't there. I definitely appreciate that. Also, the gentleman that goes by the name of Hard Hitting. I'm not really sure if that's a man or a woman, but salute to you. I definitely appreciate the continued support. And yeah, man. Um, we're just gonna keep it going. We're just gonna continue to do what we do. And 2022 has been super, incredible for us so far. And the community continues to grow. And I definitely want to say that it's very, very inspiring. The things that we continue to accomplish, as well as the lives that we, are changing and impacting on a daily basis, right? So, on that note, we're gonna get up out of here. But as we love to say on this channel, gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. Continue to support those people who genuinely support you, and be very cautious of the people that you do support. Pay real attention to characteristics, how people carry themselves, not only what they say, but what they do. And, character really, really speaks volumes, right? So pay attention. So take care of yourselves. Have a good day. And I wish you nothing but good luck and success. For those of you not familiar, my name is Victor. And my link for all my social medias will be in the description, as well as my Patreon for anybody that wants to get in tune with exactly what we're doing. Right? Take care of yourselves and have a great day. Salute. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Salute. And I'll see you guys next time.